One on, fly ball, left field. Goes back, Collison. It is gone. Home run for Yuta Takashima.
Hello, everybody. Welcome into another edition of the Warren County Coaches Show. I'm Jay Walker, joined by Coach Tommy Johnson, head coach of the Warren County Pioneer football team. Well, Coach, hard to believe here we are again, getting ready as we tape this right on the cusp of a new season, and there's a lot of excitement around the community, I think.
Well, as well there should be. You know, I'm pretty excited. I think I'm more excited about this year than I have been any of the 3 years that I've been here. You know, I'm excited because for once I can say that every class is mine. Every class is mine, and all these guys have heard the things that I've been trying to instill in them for the last 4 years, 3 years, 2 years, and so on and so forth. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Now, early in your tenure here, you were concerned about their weight room and their habits of getting in the weight room.
Yes. How
has that progressed as you've been here?
Wonderfully. I can't explain how well they've bought into that system. We talked about it. We were getting pushed around on the field, you know, and it was because we weren't very strong in the weight room. And we told the young men that you need to buy into the weight room. You need to fall in love with that weight room, and they did that. They did do that, and you know, we went from having 1 or 2 guys that could bench over 200 pounds to having 6, 7, 8 guys that are benching close to 300, some benching 350 and more, you know. So we're pretty excited about the strength. You know, now we're telling the kids it's time for that strength in the weight room to carry over to the field, which in turn will turn into some wins. So we hope that every kid is excited about showing what he's accomplished in the weight room. And you know, some good things have gone on for these guys this summer, so we're pretty excited.
So they've been showing up during the summer?
They've been showing up during the summer, yes, sir. They have, especially the senior class. Our senior class has been doing a great job. They've been there. They've been present. We told them you need to be present to be effective, and they've been present, and they're doing an outstanding job of getting the younger classmen to also get in the weight room and be excited about it.
Before we get into the personnel, let's talk about your coaching staff. Had some changes this year.
Yeah, we did. We had some changes. We lost a couple of coaches. We actually lost all coaches except for 2, Coach Thaxton and Coach Cotton. But I tell you what, I'm very excited about this young group of coaches that we have. We added last year's middle school coach, Adam Wood, who I tell you right now is going to be a phenomenal high school coach. He is going to be a great high school coach. I'm excited about Adam because he's eager to learn. He's eager to learn, but he also brings a lot to the table. The kids love him because of the energy that he shows when he's coaching. So I think that he's going to do a great job for us. Isaac Slatton is another one that we got from the middle school as well. And it's always good to get some guys that have played here formerly and kind of get those guys back acclimated to the high school level and so on and so forth, and they buy into it. And Isaac is a young man who I think is really excited about being back at his alma mater and being able to help us build something here that the community can be proud of. He's going to be a phenomenal coach too. He's doing our offense and defensive line, so we're glad to see him here. Then we have Cal Cannon. Cal Cannon, a lot of you may know, is the boys basketball coach at Morrison. And Coach Cannon came to me and said, Coach, I don't have a lot of football coaching experience, but I know how to coach. And if you can teach me, I'd love to be a part of the program. And we're doing that, and he picks things up quickly. He's eager to learn about the game of football, and he does an outstanding job of getting those kids to do the things that we need them to do. And we also added Coach Chris McEwen, who is our offensive coordinator. And Coach McEwen has been a friend of mine for a long time. He and I have coached a lot of football together. And, you know, when I first took this job, he was the guy that I wanted to get here with me. And it didn't work out that way. So when it did, we did have a chance to get him here. Coach Wilmore and I, we really pushed to try to get Chris here with us. And finally, we got him here. And I think that he's going to do some really good things with our offense. Our kids love him right now. They love the offense that he's running. They love the things that he's doing. We're incorporating things like the tight end, fullbacks, and things like that into the pass routes. You'll see a different wrinkle from us than you've seen in the past with the spread and the option and things like that. So it'll be exciting to watch. We got some exciting football to watch.
Of course, it all begins with the quarterback.
Yes, it does.
And you've got a veteran quarterback coming back, Hunter Mulligan. He put up some good numbers a couple of years ago, got hurt last year, sat out much of the season with a concussion. But toward the end of the season, we saw more of the old Hunter Mulligan coming back.
Absolutely. The thing that excites me the most about Hunter is that this year more than any, he's taken ownership of the offense. And I think it's a lot to do with he feels comfortable with what we're doing. He understands that if he can get things moving in the right direction, everything else opens up. And Hunter is not a very vocal guy, but he leads with his actions, the way he runs and practice, the way he practices, the way he takes control of the huddle now, and things like that have really shown me that he has grown as a leader. So I think Hunter's going to have a phenomenal year. He's going to have a phenomenal year, and he understands that to be able to pass, we got to be able to run. And Hunter's doing a good job of just settling into our offense. He and Coach McEwen have clicked. They've clicked quite well, but he's clicked like that with all the quarterbacks, So we're excited to see what Hunter can do this year.
Right now, it's been a tradition the last 2 or 3 years that starting quarterback gets hurt in the opener.
I know it.
We hope that doesn't happen this time.
We are going to try.
Who we got playing behind Hunter?
We're going to try to avoid that as much as we possibly can. Right now, because of injuries, we're shallow there in that spot. We have Christian Wilkinson is a young man who played a little last year and he got injured. We think he's going to do some great things moving forward in the future. Hunter Goudat is another young man who's a JV, our JV most valuable player last year at quarterback. He's also one of the guys that's in the rotation there. And of course, the young freshman quarterback, A.D. Majors. A.D. Majors has really, really impressed Coach McEwen. So we think he's going to do some real good things in the future moving forward as well.
I know you're excited about your running backs. Talk about that.
Yes, sir. I'm very excited about those guys. It's one of those funny things. Every coach, I think, if you tell them that you got a chance to have a running back that's 6'1", 235 pounds and runs a 4.6 40, you'll get pretty excited about it. And we have one of those. Cameron Lusk has really blossomed into a pretty strong running back right now. He's gotten stronger in the weight room. He's gotten faster. He's big. He's a big boy. So we're going to try to feed him. We're going to try to feed the horses. And Cameron is our main horse right now. So if he can make things happen on the run game, we know that it'll open up the pass game. So we're trying to make sure that we get very sound in the run game, and Cameron's going to be a huge key to that. Now backing him up is Bryson Lewis, and Bryson brings a different wrinkle. Not as big, but it's quicker and has a little bit more side-to-side movement to him, So we think that Bryson, it's time for him to have a breakout year as well. He's a junior, going to his junior year, so it's time for him to have that breakout year too, and we think some good things are going to happen with him. At the fullback spot, we have Tristan Reich, who has really blossomed into a really good fullback. We think Tristan is going to do some good things for us as well, along with Darius Wright.
Yeah, now Tristan's got some breakaway.
He does. He actually shown a little breakaway capability. But the thing about Tristan, he's tough as nails. Right. If you need 3 yards, give it to that kid. He's going to fight for it and fight for it and fight for it, And I think we have another one in Darius Wright who will do the same thing.
Yeah, he brings a little more youth.
He sure does.
To the position.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we're excited about both of those guys.
What about our receivers? I know you got a couple of good
receivers
out there.
I think if you talk receivers in our offense, you got to start with a tight end. The tight end is the guy that can open up everything else for the other guys down the field. Tight ends aren't used very much in high school, and we're going to try to use the tight end a little bit more, and that's going to be Drew Davidson. Backing him up is going to be Zach Clark, and both of those guys are are doing a great job of adapting to that position. But after we get past Tyson, we get outside there. We have a slew of receivers that I feel comfortable with. We still aren't quite where we want to be timing-wise, but I feel very comfortable with guys like Lee Carden and DeAndre League and Malik Ledette, Park Hilliard. You have Adrian Lusk and a couple other guys like that are doing an outstanding job of taking on the role of those receivers.
Good athletes.
Good athletes, yes, sir. That's one of the things that you get excited about. They're very, very good athletes, and they do a good job of not only pushing down the field, but they catch the ball well as well. Oh, I tell you who else we got. Believe it or not, a kicker, Evan Reynolds, Sunshine. He's actually a pretty good receiver. We didn't realize that until the spring practice this past spring.
Fantastic. So skill positions looking pretty good. We're going to talk about the Hogs, the guys up front. We're going to talk about them when we come back to the Warren County Coaches Show.
Programming on WCS TV is made possible in part by a donation from the Dr. Pepper Bottling Company.
Tommy's a really good kid. My Tommy would never even think about trying alcohol. Isn't that right, sweetie?
Real kids are curious about alcohol. 40% tried by the 8th grade. Talk early, talk often, get others involved.
Programming on WCS TV is made possible in part by a donation from Bridgestone.
Welcome back to the Warren County Coaches Show. Jay Walker along with Coach Tommy Johnson, head coach of the Warren County Pioneers. Coach, we've been talking about the offense. Of course, the offense isn't going to go anywhere without the big guys up front.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
talk about that O-line.
Well, they are what makes it happen, and we tell those guys that on a daily basis. I'm if any group on the field, I'm most proud of those guys because we needed those guys to really grow in the weight room. And they did an outstanding job. They went over to a 7-on-7 lineman challenge type deal for linemen. And going against about 15 to 20 teams, they ended up winning that thing. And it was a test of strength and endurance and teamwork and things like that. And our linemen walked away with the trophy on that. So I was very, very pleased because they showed that they were stronger. They showed that they had more endurance. And they showed that they could work as a team better than any of the other guys. And we were playing against some pretty good teams, I thought, And so I was pretty proud of those guys. And it was a great accomplishment for us. But, the thing that hurts us the most on the line right now is depth, and we're trying to get some young guys to blossom into some good backups or good football players so that they can get in and spell some guys, so to speak. But it's been a tough road. I'll be honest with you. It's been a tough road. When you throw a young guy in the trenches like that, he doesn't easily adapt as a skilled guy would. But we do got some young guys like Ethan Stewart who is doing a outstanding job for us right now. Jacob Holt, if I'm not mistaken, is doing an outstanding job for us. One young man that I'm glad to see starting to come into his own is Jared Winfrey. Jared Winfrey is really starting to come into his own. So we got some young guys that are doing an outstanding job. Right now we got a couple of guys injured. So those young guys they've got to step up and next in line. So they've got to step up. We got to get them prepared to play come next week because we don't know what the status of the injured guys will be.
Let's talk about the defense. Probably the biggest question mark on the team.
Mm-hmm,
right
it
now,
is.
Because certainly an area where we struggled last year.
Well, and that's the thing about defense. You can't make defense too complicated, And I think last year when we sat down as a coaching staff and went back and looked at our defense, it was a little too complicated for our guys. And I thought we were doing some good stuff, but our guys just weren't quite ready to make as many choices or make as many changes during the play that we wanted them to make. So we took it upon ourselves as a coaching staff to try to simplify it a little bit so that our guys could just use their talents to make plays. And Coach Paul Martin is our defense coordinator. He and I sat down and we broke that thing down, and we think we have something put together now that's going to allow guys to just run to the football. Read your keys and run to the football. And that's what we're stressing. We're stressing that run to the football. All 11 guys have got to be going where the ball carrier is. So we hope that defense is going to be a little bit different for us this year. We hope guys are going to enjoy playing defense. We got a couple of wrinkles that I think a lot of people will be excited about. It kind of make defense a little exciting as well. So we'll see. We'll see when we put it on the field how it looks.
What kind of defense you planning on putting out there?
Well, right now we're in a 4-4 look. Right now we're in a 4-4 look. We may get a little bit of an odd front as well with a 3 front, but right now we're in a 4-4 look, and we hope that we hope we're putting the right group of guys on the field. We feel like we got a good group of linebackers, and it gives us a chance to get as many linebackers on the field as possible with that 4-4 look.
Who have you got on the front line?
Front line right now, we got Gilly Ortiz at one end. We have Chase Fry on another end. I take that back. Gilly Ortiz is inside at our 1 technique, and Chase Fry is at our 5 technique outside. And then we have the combination of Logan Wanamaker, Jared Winfrey, and Ethan Turner in the 3 technique there. And outside in the 6 over the tight end, we have Drew Davidson.
Got some experience coming back.
We do. We got some experience coming back, and we're hoping that experience pays off for us in a pinch. In the games where we've normally fallen behind, we hope that experience would keep us in it and hopefully put us up front.
What about linebackers?
Linebackers right now, I'm pretty pleased with these linebackers. They're doing an outstanding job of reading their keys and running to the football. In the middle, we have Christian Taylor. On the strong side, we have Tristan Reich, who is out right now with the injury, so it's Cameron Lusk. And on our weak side backer right now is Tucker Slatton, he's small, but he does a really good job of putting his hand in there. Outside is Zach Clark, and on the other side is Blake Dugan.
Okay, what about defensive backs?
Defensive back is Lee Carden, DeAndre League, and Ricky King right now, along with Malik Ledette and Jordan Tidwell.
So some good athletes back there.
Got some good athletes back there as well.
All right, sounds exciting. Let's talk about the district a little bit. A little change this year. Coffee County is gone, although we're still on the schedule, which I'm glad we're still playing them.
Yes, sir.
But we've got Ray County coming in, and also Stone Memorial, a couple of new teams.
Yes, we do have a couple of new teams. Stone Memorial, I think, is one of those teams I don't know much about, so I haven't had a chance to play them. I haven't really seen them on film playing against anybody else. So it'll be new for me to go against Stone Memorial. But I had a chance to talk with their coach, and he seems like a very capable guy, and I know he'll have his guys ready to play. And we just got to go in and worry about what we do, and hopefully we can come out with that thing. Now, Ray County, we did play them a couple of years ago, and that was a pretty interesting game for us. Ray is a small place, but it's one of those places where football means a lot to them. And they just built a brand new school, brand new stadium, brand new locker rooms, brand new artificial turf stadium. So they're putting a lot of money into their school and into their sports program. And their tradition is rich. They have some tradition of winning, and that's going to be a program where they're going to get the support, and young men are going to come out and play because of the tradition.
Yeah, we met their coach the other day, and he seems like a guy that knows what he's doing.
Seems like he knows what he's doing. Absolutely right. So we expect that. We expect that, and we just try to prepare our guys the best we can to do what we can against it all comes down to Jimmys and Joes when you look at it. It all comes down to Jimmys and Joes. We got to prepare our Jimmys to beat their Joes.
And one Jimmy we got to worry about is Jimmy Maynard at Cookeville.
I always got to worry about Coach Maynard. He always seems to be able to put together a good squad, doesn't he?
Yeah, he comes there from Smith County where he was very successful, and now moving to Cookeville. And of course, Cookeville, they've been the district champion just about every year, I think.
Yes, sir.
And picked to do it again, although if you talk to Mr. Maynard, he's going to disagree, but of course he is.
Yeah, of course. That's the old Coach Jocelyn way there.
Right. That's right.
Yes, pour mouth it and then win it, huh? But Cookeville does an outstanding job. They get young men to come play football. That's the thing. Even after talking with Coach Maynard at the district meeting, he all in all, he still had 130 kids out playing football, and that's big, So it's one of those things we're still going to have to be able to just play the game of football.
And of course, White County comes back with a good team.
I think so.
Picked second in one poll, third in another, so they're going to be tough.
I think White County is going to be very, very tough. I really do. I think they've done an outstanding job since they built that new weight room over there with the indoor facilities and all that kind of stuff. Their kids have made strides like none other, and I think their coaching staff is very pleased with what they've been doing over there. So we know that's going to be a tough game. That's no longer a game where kids are not really interested in playing football. They're interested in playing football over in White County, and they show it with the way they treat their program, and those kids are loving the coaching staff and what they're trying to do. So it's going to be a tough game for us.
Yeah, of course, Cumberland County coming off an 0-10, they're going to be looking to improve.
Absolutely, and they should be looking to improve. From what I understand, they got a good senior class coming, one that their coach is pretty excited about. And Cumberland wasn't bad last year. I understand they had a rough season. We've had rough seasons, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're a bad football team. Cumberland is a team that's well coached, and they'll be ready to play.
Let's talk briefly about the season opener. We got DeKalb County coming in here, and I'm sure you don't have to remind our players what happened last year up at Smithville. Kind of embarrassing, but then again, they had like 28 seniors that they've lost, so they're going to be looking to build, and a good chance for the Pioneers to maybe get a little payback.
Well, we hope so, and they did have quite a few seniors last year, but they were a good team.
Yeah.
I think they only lost 2 games last year, and they were to the same team. 2 of them were to the same team, weren't they?
I think so.
They were a pretty good team last year. I don't want people to take away from the fact that they were good, and it's really more for us about us going in and playing the type of game that we know we can play. And if we can just play that kind of game, there's no doubt that we can come out of there victorious. We can't try to go in there with vengeance on the heart,
right,
and play it out of our means. And next thing you know, we're behind or something like that. We just got to play solid football and understand this is only game 1.
Right. Just do what you do, and payback will take care of itself.
Absolutely.
Right.
Just do what you do, and payback will take care of itself.
All right. Well, it looks like we're about out of time. Coach, thanks a lot, and we'll be talking to you later in the season. Best of luck against the DeKalb County Tigers on August 23rd.
Thank you, sir.
And that's going to do it for today's edition of the Warren County Coaches Show. I'm Shay Walker. We'll see you next time.